Hello guys, again, equipment. I got this little microphone, so it should sound a little bit better than usual, hopefully. Hopefully it's not too directional where if I look away it's quiet or too much or whatever. If it is, I'll probably sort that out somehow. I'm also holding it on, not a selfie stick, alright, I'm not one of those, but it's a tripod. I can turn it down to where it's slim so I can hold it like this, and I can stand it anywhere I want, you know, just on the table, on the floor, whatever, and it can actually extend to pretty high height so I can see what's going on really closely to the vise, as well as the anvil, of course, so I could probably stick it right next to the anvil and you can see a lot finer detail, and I can actually talk through it as well thanks to this microphone. If you probably noticed my previous videos, it's been very, I don't even know how to explain it. Basically the case itself in the GoPro, it vibrates with like the power hammer especially, but every time there's like a bit of noise, it shakes the camera around and it causes that terrible noise that you can hear. So to avoid that, I'll only use the GoPro on times that I need it. Like, for example, things that are projectiles flying everywhere, because that means it won't get damaged. The phone, however, which I'm using right now, which has a higher quality camera, saying that, it has a weird light adjusting thing I'm trying to turn off somehow. And obviously I don't want to damage my phone. So whenever I'm doing one of these, or a close-up video that I know there's no projectiles involved, or anything that's going to hit it or whatever, I'll use the phone over the GoPro. But the GoPro is good because I can put it anywhere that the stand for the phone can't get it anywhere. And I can actually stick the GoPro on the stand as well, so it means I could probably put it in different heights as well depending on the situation, because before I was sticking it on the laniture there, on one of the little things on the laniture. I was just placing the GoPro in there with the little stand. Not the best thing, because that means the laniture goes, you know, out of use for the time that the camera's on. So I have to plan ahead for that kind of thing. But this makes it a bit more of a malleable experience. I can put it whenever I want. For any situation now, I can sort of just place down the stand anywhere I want for those times that I know it's safe for the phone. I'm kind of rambling on right now, really, but that's all I really had to say. Tell me how you guys think about the microphone. Is it fine? Can you not hear me? Is it too loud? Should I somehow put it to where one direction is better than the other, because it could be directional, you know what I mean? And I've also got this little camera out because I haven't got the skill yet to look at the camera and not the screen. So if I look at the screen, you'll see that I look over. And if I look at the camera, you look like you're actually looking at me. So I have to be aware that I have to look directly at the camera and not at the screen. But it's hard to, you know, I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. So I probably should position it a little bit better. Other than that, let's see. Bit of trouble in trying to get the main project's sign up at the top, because it's going to have a sign over it. In fact, I'll try and take you out. Be aware of the sudden change of light all of a sudden, because you know how it is with this phone. There we go, it's adjusted. So now, that's only one half of the piece, but you can see at the top that it's got that sign, and there'll actually be a whole set of lettering and artistic images and all that of a mosaic, so it'll be little tiles glued together. Same with the other one, however it's sort of locked up right now, but I could probably try and get in there. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can, good. You can see that the other one is longer, but it does have the exact same sign involved. But trying to get that thing in has actually been very difficult, because it's not 100% fitting on like we thought it would. So yeah, Elsbeth's doing that, and I am just making, beware of the sudden change of light. Oh, I'm super dark. There we go. I've been doing Lots of pieces. So you can see these are all the little guns that I was making. So they're like little, like repeaters. And obviously, I think I've shown you this before, but it's for this stand, this trophy thing. You can see the gun there. A load of them. I had to do 19. I think 19. Yeah, I had to do 19 of them, and so I had to make each individual limb. And what I'm going to be doing after lunch is welding them all together. So I'll be making a jig to do that, because apparently I need one. Yeah, you can see also, it's kind of weird. If you look closely, it has they have horns. Well, another variant, so half of them have horns, and the other variant, the other half, has a halo. So it's made of like a little copper ring. See that? So it will be welded to the back of their heads. It's just part of the theme, really. Yeah, nothing really more to do. Apart from that, there's nothing really planned after that. It's just doing those little men figures and cleaning up the whole project, getting it completely up to standard, and making sure the sign fits in for one. That's a very important one. We don't want it falling out later on. And yeah, it's, even though it's due for the end of this month, we think, we've got plenty of time, obviously. We've got plenty of time. We'll sort it out. It's just every time we've gone to clean it up, we notice more stuff needing cleaning up. And then when you clean up that, the same thing happens again. More issues and more things suddenly appear. But that's fine. More work for us. More rewarding work for us. And before too long, it'll be perfect. There's not going to be a little bit of weld spatter anywhere. It's going to be pure smooth. You could run your hand along it for days and not get cut at all. So, well, if you're dumb and you scratch it on, deliberately scratch your bloody hand on the leaves, because they can be a bit jaggy. We've tried our best to avoid that though, because it's going to be in a public place. We need to be both vandalism proof, you know, so we have to weld all the bits that are really thin together to strengthen them all. When you look at the pictures, when I post them on Facebook, you'll notice that everything is connected, not a single thing is out, except for maybe the cars, and there's like a little bicycle as well. But other than that, everything's solid, because it has to be, because it's in Cowie, and it's kind of known for a lot of its vandalism problems. So you have to always take that into account. Well, Ellsworth does. I wouldn't have done. I would have created the thinnest piece ever. I mean, it would have looked the same kind of theme, but before not too long, bloody leaves will get snapped off and things will get kicked in, you know. It's just about making it as solid as possible. And yeah, you just have to keep that in mind. And when it came back from the galvanizers, a lot of the welds react differently to the liquid zinc, because that's what galvanization is. When you're taking it, in this case, it's coating it in liquid zinc, which then solidifies on the surface, creating like a weather protected surface so it doesn't rust. Obviously you want that for a piece like this. It'd be horrible by the time not too long before, like there's like rust streaks everywhere now. It does change the aesthetic of the metal, but we can sort of neutralize it to where it looks more like steel than actual zinc. Underneath it's all steel, like it's 100% solid steel, but you know, we just had to coat it in zinc. And yeah, the welds create a bit of a weird effect on it, so we have to sand all the welds off, even though we did sand them before the zinc. For some reason after, it seems to expand the zinc on the surface almost. I'm not sure why that happens. I'll probably try and look into it, but there's just been a lot of that, just bloody sanding with the sanding disc, being very careful, because zinc is very soft, you know, it's way softer than steel, so you'll cut through the zinc pretty damn quickly, and if you do, that means you ruin the galvanization. So, you know, that's what you have to do. And inside, same as before, really. The floor is all in. It just needs, you know, obviously the door, electrics, I think maybe plumbing, I don't know. And be amazing. So yeah, expect better quality videos from now on, thanks to these stands and the microphone, because I'm not too happy with some of the videos I've been releasing. And yes, they're raw footage, they're not edited together. That's only because I can't find an actual free editing software. If any of you have any suggestions, I would really like to hear that. Because I don't want to have to pay like 120 quid a month, like freaking for a membership or something. I really don't want to. I mean, maybe in the future, but right now it's just raw footage. No more editing. I can only trim videos but not edit them together, which is quite annoying, because I wanted to show you how to make a little ring as well, but I can't do it step by step, because, you know, you need to have edits, you need to have cuts. I'll try and sort that out too, but for now, one step at a time. Oh, Jesus. One step at a time. The stand, microphone. I'll be able to put you guys closer to the action. You get to see a lot better. And the camera on my phone does display orange. The GoPro doesn't do that. It displays orange as purple. And it's not the highest quality, but what it does is it's very safe. It doesn't get damaged, and it's got the perfect case for it and everything. And you can mount it on more places and more walls. So, for example, I think the power hammer, I'll use the GoPro. And for maybe anvil work, the phone, I'll keep it still at a distance though. Any grinding work or sanding work, I'll use the GoPro. You know, I'll work back and forward. But yeah, it's pretty easy to explain really. Just different cameras, so I do different work with them for their advantages. And I'm looking forward, because look at this. Oh, if only that, I don't know why I'm shouting, because I have the microphone here. I need also something I need to get used to, but I don't like how my phone camera keeps adjusting to the light, because I can't even turn it off. Don't know who came up with that idea, but I really want to be able to turn that thing off, because the second it looks at the light, it's just like, ooh, you can see it sort of flashes, especially when it's a sunny day, because there's a window right there, window behind me too. So yeah, before I keep saying yeah over and over again, I'll see you guys. You know, hopefully this was useful information for the future. There'll probably be a new video very soon, like next time I do forging, I'll definitely try this. I could try it with a power hammer, but it might be a bit risky. I don't know. But yeah, I love this stand. I would show you how it works. I'll place it on the ground, but I wouldn't. I think it's getting a bit too long anyway. So that's me. Hope you enjoy. Remember to subscribe, because, as I said, much better videos in the future. So yeah, look forward to that. See you.